Remembering through outside voices. Rodney King.
You want to go first, Tony?
Sure. Okay. I'm 18.
I'm 17.
I am from Apple Valley, Minnesota.
I'm in Albertville, Minnesota.
I know you through high school.
I met you at the Augsburg Youth Theology Institute. At Augsburg.
I've seen a handful of, musicals or plays, and then I was almost in theater twice.
I have no experience in theater, but I've seen 2 plays. Hamlet, which is pretty scary, and I forgot the other one.
What are some of your favorite theatrical productions?
Okay, I would say that I really liked Rodney King. And I'm forgetting the name of it, but it's about a kid that dies, and then the older brother, Dear Evan Hansen. Yeah, I really liked that one.
Can you repeat the question? That one that I cannot name. I cannot figure it out. But it was such a beautiful set, and yeah, that's when I enjoyed it.
How did the show challenge your idea of what theater can be?
I kind of assumed it would either be like a play or a musical, and when you mentioned it, I Googled Rodney King, and I was given a bit of context about it, so I was really confused as to why someone would turn that into a play or a musical, because something of that seriousness shouldn't be presented in that way. But then, as when we were watching it, I kind of realized this is a purely legitimate form to present it.
Wow. I just normally assume theater was just there's multiple characters on stage, lighting's perfect, the theme is everything just brought into the story. I was mind blown. I'm wow, theater is more than one set, So yeah.
And yet we saw a verdict that told us we couldn't trust our lying eyes. How is our justice system able to tell us over and over again that our eyes are wrong? How have we seen this occur recently?
Ooh, wow, that's good. People say that one phrase, one apple doesn't ruin the whole bunch, and I feel that's a prime example of people are it's just one bad cop.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. People will show statistics into any way that fits their narrative, but as soon as a black person commits a crime, it's an entire race issue all of a sudden.
Hi, Gracie. Sorry, my sister was walking by.
Can theater or other forms of art make people more susceptible to opening up and having a difficult and uncomfortable dialogue about these issues facing our country?
It creates this hunger for knowledge about it, and hunger for justice about it.
As an activist about this, I feel as if yes.
The object lesson.
I am 52.
I am 51.
I grew up in Hastings, Minnesota. Currently live in Eagan, Minnesota.
I was born in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. Currently live in Eagan.
How do you know me?
I am your father.
I gave birth to you. The answer you wanted.
How much experience have you had with theater or the theater community?
I would say about the average amount.
I was a part of the tech crew for a couple of plays in middle school and high school, and I've had the pleasure of watching my daughter in several performances throughout her middle and high school career, and my wife and I go to see plays occasionally.
What are some of your favorite theatrical productions?
Oh, which one was it that I really liked? Oh, I really liked West Side Story. That's all-time favorite.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I like A Christmas Carol too.
I mean, if you're in the holiday mood.
What were some of your initial takeaways from this show?
I would have rather seen it in person.
I found it very hard to continue to pay attention.
It was annoying because you were being obnoxious.
The reason was that it seemed like it was very scripted, but yet it was supposed to feel like it wasn't scripted, and that became kind of irritating to me.
Did you experience any magical or memorable moments?
I didn't know you could chop salad with hockey skates. That was impressive.
Yeah, that was my favorite part. I thought that was very clever.
Yeah, I do like how he integrates with the audience. Asher in particular. Well, Asher was, but he didn't do anything with the wine. So I'd be bummed if I was sitting next to him expecting wine.
How is the lesson taught?
Well, he made a mess of boxes. He also got some lady drunk. That was fun.
Yeah, that section at the end where he was kept pulling things out of that box, which was insane how he was able to do that. But it was clearly a timeline of reflecting aging.
What do you learn?
Well, I think it teaches you to cherish the experiences and people around you rather than the objects.
I think in your own life, you sometimes pick up things and in a moment you're just excited about it. And then a couple of weeks later, you're like, why did I do this? Why did I get this? And value is no longer there because the feeling isn't attached to it.
If you were to create your own box, what would you find in it?
Let me see, my nice snuggly blanket I like, a bottle of wine, and all the seasons of the Housewives.
Oh, wow. It is a good question. How much time do we have for this?
Or you can be all like sappy and say, my family, clean underwear.
It probably would be, things that go back to my childhood. So probably like things that were important to me at the time would have been like my baseball glove,
He's a hoarder.
golf stuff, maybe like a golf ball. My mom bought me a personalized golf tee. Maybe like my fraternity sweatshirt. Then artwork from my kids, maybe. I'd probably pick a piece of artwork that each of my kids made me. Probably some pictures of my favorite events with my wife. And that's what comes to mind right now.
Hamilton. How old are you?
18.
16.
Where are you from?
Eagan, Minnesota.
Also, Eagan, Minnesota.
How do you know me?
Oh, you're like one of the besties.
You're my sister.
How much experience have you had with theater or the theater community?
I was in tech group 1 year in 6th grade, and I worked the fog machine.
I haven't been in anything, but I've gone to like all your plays and musicals and stuff.
Yeah, I also like going to them. I love seeing Coco. She's the cutest. I love seeing her as a man.
What are some of your favorite theatrical productions?
Mamma Mia. And Wicked. I'm basic.
I don't know of any that I can think of off the top of my head.
What were some of your initial takeaways from this show?
It was a lot more entertaining than I thought it was gonna be, since it was like very long. I thought I was gonna get bored, but I was actually entertained for the whole time.
I guess one of my main takeaways was, like, I thought it would be more like a play, like talking instead of it literally being all songs.
Me too.
I was not entertained. I was playing with the Santa hat.
How did the costumes and set help to contribute to the storytelling and theme?
Well, that one girl that changed complete personalities, who was played by the same girl, had to change outfits. Yeah, and I was like, oh look, there's Peggy, and you're like, no. I also really liked the turning stage, the spinning part. Oh, I loved that.
Well, for the costumes, I guess the main thing that I noticed was like the people in like the white, like they were like kind of like unimportant, but a lot of them represented something. Like for example, the bullet person.
How strong is the foundation of this country? How has it changed throughout the years?
I think the foundations are like there but changing, because I honestly don't think they were the best to begin with. There are also some people who aren't open for change, and I feel like those are like the people that cause problems in our country today.
I would say right now it's at probably one of the weakest points it's been in history, especially considering how like how much the two-party system has been spread apart because of this past election. And yeah, no bueno. Yeah, I just don't think like having such a division to the point where you're insulting each other. The point is, their ideologies were set out and they were good. Like, they were good, strong foundations for the country, but then people didn't actually like kind of follow those, and then it just got weaker and weaker over time.
Can the message and narrative of Hamilton influence us to take a stand and to make sure that our own narrative is told, that our stories are told, no matter what challenges we may come to face?
Completely understand the message of Hamilton. I thought it was like there to entertain. Yeah, it was like there, I feel like, to show. But yeah, I guess I've come to the realization that I'm not gonna be famous. So probably in like 4 generations, no one's gonna know who the heck I am. But like, I still want to tell like my kids and like my grandkids, you know, I lived through a pandemic.
But like, to get my own narrative told, you would have to be able to do some of those like big things that are like become a social media influencer in some way.
Where are you seeing doubleness, themes of memory, and history play out at this moment?
Doubling? I'm still kind of confused.
I can answer.
Yes, please.
Okay, so the main thing that I already kind of stated this something similar earlier, but Hamilton, as I said, wants change and he stands for change, and in the current day we can see that in general.
I feel like there's a constant revolution, because there's always room for change.
You can see the relation there.
How can these comments take us back to our own first moments of viewing these productions? How can thoughts outside of the world of theater reorient us to think about a piece differently? Credits. The participants from Rodney King, Tony and Nyador. The participants from The Object Lesson, Mom and Dad. And the participants from Hamilton, Ashley and Jackson. Pictures were not taken during interviews. Created, edited, performed, and interviewed by Coco Larsen. Big thanks to Amanda Krinke for giving me the idea that inspired this project. And finally, thank you for watching.